Good morning, everyone. I had a great night's sleep, slept like a log, and today is another beautiful day here in Ehime, Shikoku. So I am going to be having a breakfast that comes with the hotel in the beautiful cafe, looking out into the water. Here we are. So we'll eat this breakfast, fuel up, and get ready for the rest of the bike ride. Well, we have our breakfast spread today. Comes with the biggest breakfast salad I feel like I've ever seen, with a poached egg, some bacon, some cheese on top, yogurt, slice of orange and croissant, some orange juice, and the view. Itadakimasu. Well, I am all geared up and ready to go again. We have my new t-shirt that I got yesterday. It feels so light and nice, and wearing the bike shorts again. Had them washed yesterday, but now we are ready. The bike is raring to go. We are going to be leaving this lovely island and going to the next island, which will be Hakatajima. So we're going to cross 3 more bridges today and have some pretty gnarly uphill climb if I'm correct. So I'm a little bit nervous for today, but got that breakfast that you saw from the hotel, and now I'm going to head out. I'm a little bit sad to leave because this place was so cool. I loved the little dome tent, and just like everything felt so nice and open and naturey, like the birds are singing right now. But I will not make it home if I just keep resting, so going to get on the bike and start this journey for the second half of the Shimanami Kaido. Let's go. So we are on the morning route. Just saw a sign that said 36 kilometers to Imabari. So that is the goal for today. Full 36 kilometers. Hopefully we'll get there safely and complete this trip. In the morning there's not so many people, but definitely once it becomes afternoon, the number of other bicyclists starts to pick up. But even though it's 8:45, just around 9 o'clock, it's already kind of warm. The sun is super strong and even came beaming in before 6 a.m. So even if you get an early start, be prepared for some sun and warmth if you're coming in the spring. And the summer seems kind of deadly. If you haven't been to Japan in the summer, then it is quite a beast. It's very humid and hot, so you'll need to do a lot more to protect from the sun and to stay hydrated. But this morning, right now, it is May, early May, right after Golden Week, so we are enjoying this weather here. This is the way to Omishima Bridge. Another 3% grade for 0.8 kilometers. It's a little shorter than the other ones, but same elevation. Time to change the gears. Just kidding, it says 1.4 kilometers to the bridge. So same as the other bridges, I think. Once we get off this bridge, we'll be definitely more than halfway when it comes to bridges. All right, we are starting the bridge to Hakatajima. Woohoo! So while it is pretty noisy on this bridge, what is nice is that the lanes are quite wide. So right now I am on the bike lane, and it is much wider than some of the other bike lanes we've been on. But we are kind of in the middle of the bridge, so it's hard to see the left and right sides as easily. Look at the structure of this bridge. That is pretty neat. So here we are on the Omishima Bridge. Kind of a short bridge. But it looks super cool, not like the ones I've seen before. And we are on the other side almost to Hakatajima. Welcome to our 5th island. We are making progresso. Time to head down. That work paid off. Air in my sweaty armpits. Let's go. Right now we have a really nice hill that we're going down. Only 2.1 kilometers until the next bridge, so the time on Hakatajima is pretty short. But going down that hill was really nice. What has been pretty nice about Hakatajima so far is that even though it's short, there have been some nice downhill rides. So travel has been much quicker than on the other islands, especially because of that. And with the morning wind, it feels super refreshing. So trying to remember this feeling before it gets too hot later in the day. So there's a little food court here, and they say that the osusume, or recommendation, is this clam salt ramen. It's only 9:30, so it's a bit early for me for food, but I will make some room for some ice cream if they have it, with the specialty here being the salt soft cream, but they also have lemon as well. So let's go and get some soft cream, salt, ice cream, and here's the ramen too. But this is the little food court area by the side. Here we have this salt ice cream and the view of the bridge and the view of me. This is great. Salty but sweet, and a little bit of hair in my mouth, but nothing like a 9:30 a.m. ice cream treat. So I finished my stop at this little rest station, went to the bathroom, got the salt ice cream, which was really good, and got to look out onto the bridge. Another cool thing was they had this bicycle stand, which is like in the shape of a human figure, and then when you put your bike on it, it looks like he's holding your bike, so that was really fun. But now we are going to be heading towards this next bridge. This will be bridge number 5 and the second to last bridge that we will be crossing on our journey. So we are coming up on the next turnoff for the bridge, the Hakata Oshima Bridge, aptly named as it connects Hakata and Oshima. Oshima will be our last island, but here we go, the same old 3%, 0.8 kilometers. And at least with the 3% grade, now I've gotten used to it and I know I can climb it. Well, the incline up to this bridge was really chill, very short, and we are entering the passing part soon. And looks like we have 26 kilometers to Imabari. We've done a little over 11 kilometers today. Here we are. Now we are officially on Oshima, meaning the big island. This is our last island on the trip before we cross over into Imabari. Oh, great view of the bridge here. It's hard to believe that just minutes ago we were on the other side eating some salt ice cream, and now we're zooming down this hill looking at the bridge from the opposite view. We are right up here at the very top, and the normal route goes through the center here, but to have a better view, we're going to be taking the route by the water and then meeting up kind of in this halfway point. And if I have the energy, then we're going to try to go to this Kirosan Observatory Park. Now, this is at the very top of a super high and narrow road, so you're gonna need a lot of energy, and we'll probably have to push the bike during that part. But after that, we'll go back down, catch up with the main road, and then head over to Imabari on the last bridge. So here is the course for the last island of our Shimanami Kaido route. We are on Oshima, the big island, and a lot of the other bikers went the other direction, but like I said, I wanted to kind of stay by the water, so this route I had read about online is recommended for that. And there's been lots of rocks around. Not quite sure why, but I've been seeing lots of rocks. Overall, this island is very quiet. Birds are louder, the loudest thing that I hear right now, which I'm not complaining about. It's very peaceful to hear their chirping. All of a sudden, it became a little bit of an incline, and so we are now on the low gear. This is one of the couple inclines on this island, I think. But something that's been cool that I've seen is that there have been lots of covered citrus trees where each of the fruits are covered in little bags, and that is to help protect the fruit from animals and I think frost. But to individually wrap each fruit so that it is cared for is pretty Japanese style sounding. Okay, leveled out. Nice. Woo! Going downhill with the blue sea in front of us. Wind in my hair. Free as a bird. With the citrus trees around us and the water to the side and these kind of old style buildings, it reminds me of a town in Kyushu called Tsunagi, which is in Kumamoto Prefecture. And I've biked around there too. Feels very similar to this. They're also known for citrus and being by the water, and also for having art. And so we're climbing again. This is a hilly section of the route, I guess, and why it's not the beginner most recommended route, but it hasn't been too bad. Definitely getting some exercise here. This is definitely where we are burning the calories and sweating the sweat going up this hill on lowest gear, and it hurts, but we're going. We'll make it eventually. Well, I'm taking a little break to catch my breath and to rest my legs because we've been coming all the way from there and it hasn't been easy. All of the bridges I thought were very doable and not so bad on the low gear, but here it's been a different beast, and I have disembarked to take a break. Whew, but we are so close on the map. I think the peak is just like a little bit of ways, but yeah. Whew. We are on the top part of the Oshima Island, and the views are great, so I'm paying for that with a little bit of legwork, but we'll get there. Don't you worry, we shall get there. Actually, one thing to note is that even if you do go on the recommended route, you still have to climb this really big incline, the Miyakubo Pass. So no matter what route you take, you're going to have to climb this. So still liking the sea route that we are on now, just taking a little break. Okay, I think we reached the top of this little peak. I pushed the bike for a little bit, like 5 minutes. It was nice to stretch the legs out on those long strides rather than the tiny pedaling that I was doing. But we are now here. It says steep slope and just drops down. So let's see what it's like coming down the mountain. Here we go. Hallelujah. Hey, めっちゃ綺麗. Ah, so beautiful. Woohoo! Oh, that biker. 頑張って. Ah, so good. Almost made me forget all of that legwork trauma. That beautiful ride down and back to the water. Well, that was lovely. The downhill is always lovely. The uphill is always tiring and hard and long, but it's okay. The downhill was worth it. And now we are almost to a lunch spot coming up. That was a lovely downhill, and now we are by the water, and I just wanted to stop because I got to this very beautiful beach area. Not really beach area, but waterside area. And in the distance, there are these bridges. I'm not sure if these are the ones we crossed or not, but they are in the distance, looking pretty cool. And the water here is a lovely clear blue. So I just finished lunch and a great break at this cafe behind me. It is Cafe Shozan, and I got a lunch set. They have 3 sets. One is a beef curry and then 2 pasta sets, and it comes with a drink and big salad. So it was really nice to look out onto the water and see this view while taking a break inside of the cool cafe. So now it is time to hop back on the bike. We have a little bit more to go. Eating and taking a break makes me sleepy, but I have to make it back so we can get to Imabari and finish this trip. So I've been pretty lucky with the cafes and restaurants that I've been to, but right now the cafe that I was just at got busy and they're not accepting new people, and it's 12:10, so perfect lunchtime. But if you come and they're busy, it can be hard to get in. So I'm not sure if they all take reservations, but the earlier that you can get to a place, the better it seems. Little tip. Let's continue the ride. Up ahead we have a big rose garden, and I really wasn't going to stop by it, but right now I can see that they are in bloom. They're super colorful, so maybe I'll just stop by and see what is up. Maybe they're not roses right now, but will look super colorful. Are these roses? Oh yeah. I can't see, I'm biking too fast. Well, these aren't roses, but it's super colorful, so let me see if it's worth taking a look. They say that it is recommended to eat rose ice cream here. And I'm actually all ice creamed out right now. I had my breakfast of ice cream, and yesterday I also had some ice cream, so I will not be having any ice cream, but just take a quick look because I think we actually are in prime season for these flowers, and that's good timing. So this is the Yoshiumi Rose Park, and it is in full bloom. There are lots of very colorful roses all around. So yeah, you're welcome to come here. There's no tickets to enter. You can just walk in and enjoy the flowers. I'm doing this, I don't know. This is definitely an optional part of the trip, but I saw the pictures and I feel like it'd be awesome. So we're going. This is the entrance of the park. Right now we just did this little straightaway right here. That was fine. And now we have this red snake over here, and it's supposed to get a little bit, what's it called, more steep. So put in that carbonara straight to the burner on this mountain. But afterwards we'll fly down it and then go off the last bridge, and then I will feel the biggest sense of satisfaction. So let's go up this mountain. Holy shit. Okay, break. The walk starts now. Maybe I'll ditch my bike. We'll see. But an assisted bike on this hill would be nice, for sure. 2.5 kilometers to the freaking top. 5 to 9%. Rip. Oh, this view already looks great. Already looks great. If there's any time for a leg workout, it's now. Because after this, I'm gonna go home to my desk job and sit for 8 hours a day. I'm gonna also have to edit this video, which will take a long time. So, might as well get my exercise in now, because it comes too infrequently these days. If you've made it this far in the video, please give it a like so that I am encouraged to keep doing things like this, even if I want to die, or my legs do, and my lungs. Shout out, give a little shout out. Tell me if you've ever wanted to go on the Shimanami Kaido trail before. So I was actually able to bike a decent part of that. Now we only have 2 more kilometers to the top. That was only 20%. Instead of being encouraging, I am discouraged by how little that was, or how much effort I felt like I put in. But it's okay. 80% more. 1.5 kilometers left. And there's ice cream at the top, which I don't want. But 1.5 kilometers, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We aren't quite there yet, but we got past the half kilometer marker. It's a little bit of a hazy day, but we'll see what it's like at the top. Probably about 8 more minutes of this grueling hot bike pushing until we're at the top. And it looks like the last 0.3 kilometers, we're gonna get a 10% to 15% uphill grade. Muri. Yeah, that's totally impossible for me to climb. So, just gonna keep walking. Walk, walk, walk. 0.3 kilometers to go. Hold up, we're not at the top yet, but we have an awesome view. Great excuse for a little break. Oh my gosh. Look at these bridges. Oh my gosh. Holy freaking moly. We have made it to the top. I am sweaty and my hair looks awful, I'm sure. Well, actually it's not totally the top. Looks like there's some stairs, but we got to this first parking area where there are bike racks, bathrooms, some oh, I can't even talk. There are some souvenirs and the ice cream that they've been talking about. And then we have to climb some steps to get to the very top. But oh my gosh, one foot in front of the other is how we made it up this mountain. But just a little bit more, we have some steps, and then we will see the view we've been working for. Holy schmoly, I've been roasted. I think the sunscreen I have definitely doesn't work. Now that I think about it, it's not a sweat happy sunscreen, but the fun continues as we climb these steps. Hopefully, we have the most amazing view of my life, worth the hour of pushing. There's Mountain Ridge. Whoa! Ine. Oh, I think that side's better. But wow. Here are the islands. And I think we actually came from down here. What a climb. At the little station, they sell salt and seaweed, and then pastries like lemon cake, white chocolate, and others. And ice cream, of course. My face has cooled down a little bit. I think the sunscreen I was wearing is not for sweating, and I did a lot of that today. But anywho, I have taken some photos of the observatory point, saw the bridges, which was really, really cool. Not the perfect weather because it's a little bit cloudy, hazy, but I'll take it. It was still blue and I could see the bridges. And then in the little rest stop right behind me, I was able to get a lemon cake, which is lemon, known for this Setochi area. So got that, no more ice cream, but now we have to go straight down this steep hill. We'll put the brakes to the test, and then we have one mountain pass, one bridge, and then we will be in Imabari. So the last push of this adventure today. Let's get on it and finish off this ride. So it took, what, about 50 minutes to get up, give or take. And now we are going to see how long it takes to get down. Making sure I have my phone in my wallet and everything, because if I forget it up here, that would be literally the worst thing. So, phone, check, wallet, check, camera, check, camera, check. Okay, time to go down. Hey look, there's some other people who are pushing their bikes. I was not the only one, but I think anyone who makes it up here on a bike, huge kudos to them, no matter if it's pushed or walked or assisted. Whee! Wow, we made it to the entrance of the park. Oh my gosh, I will enjoy the rest of my trip. Thank you, sign. What time is it? It is 2:25. I think that was about 7 minutes. And then we go a little bit more to the place where I turned off, and we'll be back on the route. Little slash a big detour, but one of the only places that you can go to get such a view, or the only place that I went actually on this trip to get a view above the bridges. So it was worth a little butt busting, and when I'm sitting at my computer next, I will be thankful for the exercise that I forced myself to do. So we will turn left and join up with the road. up in the distance, we have the last bridge. Woohoo! So feeling a little bit of adrenaline rush for that as we get ready for the end. Wow! That bridge looks beautiful. Let's get a little picture. This is the roadside station where they have omiyage, snacks, soft serve, as well as this barbecue restaurant where you basically pick out the barbecue that you want and grill it yourself on the charcoal grills. So we stopped at the roadside station. I got some orange jelly and smelled the seafood hut that was running. This is where you can grill your own seafood that you pick out yourself. And now we are going to start the climb for the last bridge. This is bridge number 6 and will take us into Imabari on Shikoku. So this is called the Kurushima Kaikyo bridge, and we're entering the staging ramp. And we have only 12.4 kilometers left to Imabari. That is amazing. Also 3% grade. Come on. Okay, no, it's still something, but I'm still not over that observatory climb, even though I walked most of it. This will be the last bridge incline that we will do ever until we come back here, of course. Maybe I'll do a different type of trip next time. But I really loved everything. Got to eat lots of snacks along the way. I think my favorite was the citrus daifuku. It was after the first bridge. That was just so yummy, like a little slice of sweet, juicy citrus inside of the daifuku, kind of mochi flour. So yummy. And then, of course, the Waka Hotel was superb. I will need to come with a friend next time to do the barbecue because I think that'll make it the ultimate time. Okay, we are starting the last bridge. Oh, how do people get up there? Oh, we're going up a circle. Wow, this is so cool. This bridge is very, very long. Also, there's like cool currents below it. I think that's something that's supposed to be famous. But we are really coming up against the last one. Numero 6. Hopefully I won't cry when I cross this bridge. It's so sentimental. Okay, wow. Meccha kirei. Okay. This one reminds me of the Golden Gate Bridge, except in white. And longer. It gets longer. Let's go. I can't believe I'm crossing my last bridge. The 6th bridge, 6 out of 6, going to Imabari. It's not even considered one of the 6 islands, so yeah. After this, we just have to take a few more photos, commemorate the end, and then return the bike and head all the way back to Fukuoka. And that's easy. But the last bridge. So it looks like we're coming to the end of this bridge. Didn't ever think it was gonna end. It was super long. But actually gonna try to go to this observatory that I see on the right-hand side. Not sure how much we will have to go down and up again. But we have finished crossing this bridge. Off the bridge, turning right instead of left, I think will lead us up to the observatory that we saw. Just a little uphill climb. What's the little uphill climb? Our first tunnel. Our first and only tunnel. It's kind of cool. Yay, we've made it to the observatory, and a look out from this side of the bridge. So we finally made it to the other side of the bridge. This is the last bridge that we biked across. It was super long and felt like it was never going to end, but we made it to this side. And what was really cool about this bridge was that on the edge you could see the water below, and it looked almost like jacuzzi jets were in the water, creating like little ripples and different textures in the surface. So that was really cool. Biked across, and now we are officially in Imabari on the main island of Shikoku, and it was super exciting. I'm very proud of myself for making this trip. It was the longest bike trip that I've done to date, but now I am excited to try other trips like this. About my tiredness and fatigue level, I feel pretty good actually. A little bit tired, I think a lot from the sun, and given it's only spring now, I can't imagine doing this in much hotter weather. But my knee, left knee feels slightly twingy, but not too bad. And my thigh is a little bit on the uphill climbs, but being on a bike that could shift gears decently well was a super helpful point. So definitely this is a route that many different types of people can do. Like I said, there's all different types of bikes, whether there are speedy road bikes or assistance bikes or the kind of cross bikes that I had. You can definitely make this kind of trip anything that you want, 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights even. There's so much that you can do here when it comes to food and outdoor activities. So I am now going to be going to Imabari Station, which is just a little bit from here, returning my bike, and then getting ready to head back to Fukuoka. Even though it's really exciting to be in Shikoku, the bike to Imabari Station and the very, very end of the Shimanami Kaido feels really long. All the excitement's worn off, and now I'm just on city streets. Lame city streets. There's another route closer to the water, but basically just trying to make it the last couple kilometers to the end point. But this part is kind of boring, and now that there's no more bridges and water, it's not as exciting. Well, we have made it to Imabari Station. The last part of the ride was a little bit boring because we were just on some city streets, but powered through and made it to the end. And something that's really cool that's near the station is this guest house called the Cyclone no Ie, and there's this little sign that says the start and stop of the Shimanami Kaido. So this one says 80 kilometers. It really depends on the route that you go on, but took a little picture here, and now I am going to be going on to the bus to get back to Fukuyama and then to take the Shinkansen back to Fukuoka. But I hope you liked this bike ride. It was a bit long, but it was a lot of fun, and if you like this kind of content, don't forget to give this video a like and comment on if you are thinking about going on Shimanami Kaido in the future or if you have ever been. I hope to see you on the next video. Bye!